Day 2. Ow.
It's time for a sharpening interlude or intermission or whatever you want to call it, since sharpening is only exciting for nerds who love to tell everybody that what they're doing with their knives and that honing steel isn't sharpening, because, well, it's not. I'll skip all the boring details and turn about 15 minutes of unedited footage into 15 seconds. You're welcome.
I have got the major structure joinery cut. I got the stretcher cut. I got my through tenons. All right, and this is a really hard wood. This is Utility. This wood is not. It's a hard wood, but it's not as dense as this or as hard. I don't know all the numbers. I don't know what the Jenga hardness is and all that kind of stuff. But I've noticed that this is, it's a little fragile, it's a little brittle, and so things like this kind of happen easily. You gotta be careful. I still like the way it looks, and of course when I'm done, I'm gonna have nice rounded over edges, and I'm gonna be reinforcing the feet on the bottom. I gotta even it out a little bit because I still got that wobble, and then we'll put a lot of finish on it. Probably gonna use Armor Seal High Gloss or gloss finish. I'll test it out first. I bought a can of it because I thought that this stuff had a cool depth to the grain, and I wanted to use the gloss to bring that out as much as possible. I guess any oil-based finish would, because it'll penetrate. Anyway, I'm getting into finish theory here. But yeah, so I've got the back leg, and the handle is all one piece. That's this big piece here. I've got the step cut, and I've got the front leg cut, mitered, and I've got the mortises cut on the back leg and the front leg over there off camera, and I've got the stretcher cut and the mortises or the tenons are cut. The next thing I need to do is I need to do a dry fit and make sure that I got no alignment issues with this piece going into this leg and that leg over there. And then I will worry about these. I decided, you know, in my own head, I'm going to drill holes through the tenon this way, and it's going to be a horizontal wedge. And I've got a good solid inch of material that's going to come out from the legs here. So I could always cut that back if I decide that it's too big. And I might, because this is so hard, I think I could wedge this pretty tight against this, and this isn't going to break. But you know, I don't want to make any assumptions that are unwarranted and cause problems. So we'll cut it shorter if I feel like it when the whole thing is probably assembled, like after it's all glued together. This is day 2. I think I'll have a finished product by day 3, and we can work on the finish. Day 2 still, and I just did a little dry fit. The miter joint is a 45-degree angle cut on both of these pieces, and that's a tricky thing to get perfect. but that's a good fit. I've got a good meeting of these two joints on the inside as well. I'm not worried about any latent wood movement issues causing a problem after this thing is assembled. In this piece, I'm going to cut, well, you can see where I've got it marked out, a little arch right here. I'm going to cut out a matching arch in this leg here. I am going to create a handle near the top. And I think I'm going to cut some serpentine curves out on either side, just to give it some visual interest. And then we'll do some sanding. I'll get my wedges cut through the side of the tenon here, on this side and the one underneath here that you can't see. We'll look at some finish options. I think one more day of woodworking, I'll have a project ready for finish, if not having the first coat of finish on it. It's been raining non-stop for several days now, so it's very damp, humid. I don't know how well the finish or how fast the finish is going to cure. Probably it's going to take me a full 24 hours between coats, at least 12 hours, but we'll just have to play that one by ear. I don't know how this thing is going to behave when leaving Georgia